Hi, welcome to Pedal Platform. If you read the title of the video, you know why we're here today. We are talking about what's new in the much anticipated firmware 1.2 release for the PLETHORA X5. So let's just get on to it. First thing, Helix Phaser. Everybody wanted this since the first launch of the PLETHORA. It's here now. And as you can see, you can put 5 of them in the same board. I don't know why you would, but you can. Number 2, Viscous Vibe. This one was also high on the priority list from user requests from the previous firmwares, and again, it's here. Number 3 on the list, loopers. Everybody asked for them. They were really high in the priority list from the requests from the previous firmwares, and now they're here. Caveat, they are very simple loopers. They're not like the Ditto looper. You don't have undo levels. You just have record, play, stop, erase. And you cannot sync them inside the PLETHORA, so they're all free running loops. The only synchronization you can do is with your feet. But stay tuned. They are all MIDI triggerable, if that's a word. Number 4 on the list, cabinet simulations. To get to them, you go to Edit Mode, scroll all the way down to Settings, press Global, down to Product Settings, down to Cab Simulation. And whereas before you only had one type, you now have a bunch of 4x12s and 2x12s, 1x12, and a base cabinet to choose from. Caveat, you cannot upload your own cabinet simulations. Even though these are all based in impulse responses, you can't upload yours. And it's a product-wide selection, which is why it's in the global menu and not on board. So you cannot have individual cabs per board. You can only have one cab for the whole thing. Obviously, you can change it whatever you want, obviously, but please don't think that you can change it per board. Number 5, and this was another user request, TC have listened to you. MIDI channel select. As usual, go to edit mode, scroll down to settings, global, scroll down to MIDI, and now on channel select you can select between omni, i.e. receiving MIDI information in all channels, or picking which one of the 16 MIDI channels you want to use for your plethora. And while we're here, number 6, a lot of the parameters in the plethora are now controllable via MIDI. It's no longer just board select. You can now select turning on and off all of the pedals if you want. Oh, HotKnobz. I'll come back to this one in a bit. And all of the loopers are also controllable via MIDI. This is why I was saying earlier, you can use a MIDI controller to synchronize your loopers if you so wish. So, and if you want to know what MIDI controllers to use, you just come here to this menu, so Global MIDI CC table, and the last screen will show you the number of the controller and the value of the controller that you have to use for each one of the parameters that you want to control. On the MIDI side of things, even though I have my plethora connected with a MIDI cable right now, I'm not exactly the best person to demonstrate this to you. Go take a look at MIDI Mad Scientist, i.e. Alec Bourne's channel. He's the one you want to talk to when it comes to MIDI and the PLETHORA X5. Go do it. I'll wait. Don't forget to come back. Number 7, System Restore. A few users that also expressed concerns about potentially losing the boards that they've programmed, and TC once again listened, and we now have a System Restore feature. So to use it, as usual, go to Edit, scroll down to Settings, stay on the Global menu, scroll down to Service, and you have System Export. If you press it, you get this warning file that the restore file is going to be exported to the Plethora USB drive. The moment you press export with the Plethora plugged into your computer, you're going to see a little restore point file show up on the folder corresponding to the Plethora. You just save that, and whenever you need to re-import it to the Plethora, you just throw it back on the folder. Number 8. Do you see these 3 little knobs on top of the Plethora that you could never use in play mode? Now you can. They're called HotKnobz, and to program them you go into edit mode, and this is a per board setting, so on the settings menu you go to the board, and here they are, HotKnobz. Tap in, and on knob 1, 2 or 3 you can simply click on, and it's the same as you would set up your expression pedal. You go in, you select the slot. Obviously this board has 5 phasers, so you need to go from the number of the board, sorry, and then you press through and you can select which one of the 3 parameters, in this case speed, depth or feedback, you want to control. I'm going to leave this one at speed, so press in and it gets highlighted, you can see that. So now you press out of all of them, yada yada, you go to play mode, and now this knob, even though you cannot see it because there is no visual indication of what it's doing, this knob is controlling the speed of the phaser on slot number 1. And finally, this is by no means a comprehensive list of everything that's changed. A lot of things have changed under the hood. So we have the expected general stability and speed improvements, but there's nothing like downloading it for yourself. The link to the TC website is down in the description below, so just grab it, install it. The update procedure is really easy. Just plug your Plethora into your computer, drop the firmware file into the folder, and power cycle your Plethora, and it'll be done. You'll have all of these toys to play with now. So as usual, click the like button if this has been useful, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, and if you want to support this and help me create more videos, buy me a coffee, link in the description too, and I'll see you next time.